Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this vast world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of IP2 WikiInfo Live. I'm your hostess, Alexandra, with a brief audio update for all of you out there who may be listening for whatever reason that you're listening. It's not really an update so much. Well, first let me get through the updates, but then I have a request when it comes to those of you who are active within the chats of these streams and whatnot. First, let's go into the update. So we're starting off January of 2025 very, very well with a bang, in fact. I feel great about how 2025 is starting off, not only when it comes to this channel and the IRL News Time channel, but just in my personal life as a whole. I feel really great and really healthy, really good, everything. But early this morning, or maybe I should say late last night, depending on where you are in the world, I did some coverage of Vegan Patriot. Vegan Patriot and Pebs, I've decided, are going to be my 2025 e-daughters. In a weird way, Crystal Marie is one of my e-daughters also, but Crystal Marie and I are close in age, so that's kind of weird, but still she's in there because I really love her. I think that she's wonderful, but especially when it comes to Vegan Patriot and Pebs, I want to help both of them a lot this year. And this morning we were able to encourage Vegan Patriot to get her Amazon wish list together, which is cool. So now, if you go to the description of the most recent live stream that I did on her, you will see a link to her wish list. Hopefully, over the next few days, she'll add all the items to her wish list that she needs, and her fans and friends and people who love her, they can all send her stuff. So that's one update that I wanted to share with many of you. Um, there's a lot of ideas I have for vegan, actually, a whole lot. And she's assembling a pretty good team for herself. So I think that we're gonna get her where she really needs to be in her life this year. But speaking of vegan, part of the reason that I'm probably never gonna let go of vegan when it comes to trying to bring awareness to things that are going on with her is because she just reminds me a lot of some of the women that I've gotten to know over the years upon my departure from the adult entertainment industry, and a really amazing woman who unfortunately passed away, known as Shelley Lubin, who really took me under her wing when she was still with us. And she taught me a lot about how the world works, how to truly survive in this world, um, how it's really important that you help other women who are worthy of your assistance. And that those are just some things that I learned from her that I've never let go of. When she passed away, that was pretty hard on me. And I've just kind of made a pledge within myself that even though her organization, which was called the Pink Cross, is no longer, it's always going to reside within my heart. The Pink Cross was an organization that was put together to help ex-sex workers and ex-adult entertainers or retired adult entertainers pull themselves together. And a lot of people were against her for doing that and creating that organization. At one point in time, people turned me against her. But at the end, I saw the reality of what was really going on and how she was essentially being gang stalked. And to this day, I don't believe that she passed away in the way that was officially stated. She was basically hunted to death. That's what happened. But it was through her efforts and through things that I learned from her that basically kept me alive. And that's why when it comes to anyone that I see out there who thinks that it's okay to target, harm, and abuse other people's daughters, I have an issue with that. I have an extreme issue with that. A lot of people, they look at me and they say, "Oh, you have a history in the world of adult entertainment. Oh, you don't even have any children. Oh, what's wrong with you? How come you don't live your life like everybody else?" Well, that's because I'm not like everybody else. But I'll tell you how I am like quite a few other women. I'm somebody's daughter. I'm two people's daughter, in fact. Two people's daughter. My mother and my father. I might not be a mother myself. I might not have any idea as to how to raise children, but I know what it is to be two people's daughter. And when I look at quite a few people sitting on their high horses, thinking that they're holier than thou, targeting other people's daughters, thinking that they can get away with it, I want those people to know that no, they cannot get away with it. And one of those primary people that I'm referring to right now is a woman who is a public figure known as Kerissa. Now, over the past few days, I've put my energies and efforts into making certain that an amazing interview that was conducted by a man named Rick Bastuba of Italian Guy TV 9619, make sure that all of you subscribe to him. I've decided to make sure that everything that was said in that interview is spread far and wide across the internet, and that it will be out there as information accessible to the public for all time. Because Kerissa is an extensive liar, she is a criminal, and most importantly, she abuses other people's daughters. Now, here's what I would like to know from those of you who have a horse in this race. I want to know exactly what Kerissa has been saying about me lately, because she's a coward. She says things and then hides the streams or deletes the streams, privatizes the streams, tries to make it to where whatever she's saying is oh so clandestine and that her targets don't know what she's saying. I want to know what she's saying. I want someone out there when she goes live to clip whenever she speaks on me, because whatever she says about me is going to determine exactly how I go about ensuring that her daughter is treated along the same lines as to how she's treated other people's daughters, meaning how Kerissa has treated other people's daughters over the years. Now, right now, her daughter's screwed when it comes to her online digital footprint. She's screwed. And it's all her mother, Kerissa fault. Because every single thing that Kerissa does and says is being linked directly to her daughter's online digital footprint for all time. You got some people out there who are parents who are engaging in very similar behavior to Kerissa. And they're like, oh my God, keep the kids out of it. Keep the kids out of it. You're a pedophile. If you mention kids, okay, you want to call me a pedophile? Call the FBI and call the police right now upon me. Do it. I'm sure you already have done it. Has anything happened? No. Because I'm not doing anything illegal or anything wrong. Kerissa, you're a public figure, and unfortunately, you were dumb enough and selfish enough to transform your daughter into a public figure, along with your mother, along with your stepfather, and so forth. All your family, frankly. But I want to know exactly what Kerissa has been saying about me. Someone in the chat is saying that she called me the N-word the other day on stream. It's possible. I believe it. She's called many people of color over the years the N-word with a hard R. Many people. First person that comes to mind is the Afro-Latino known as Zaya of Ease the Crave. She called him an N-word with the hard R. But you're saying she called me an N-word with the hard R? Well, I need a clip. And this is why I'm saying that I would like for people to clip every single time Kerissa Chabona says a peep about me. Every single time. Now, right now, she's hiding behind another public figure known as Trisha Evans. Now, Trisha Evans, she, from my perspective, embodies a form of mental illness that she has unfortunately never been properly diagnosed for, and that she has never been properly medicated for. I've been convinced for a while if she had the right doctor, the right diagnosis, and was taking the right medication, she'd be a completely different person. Completely. If she'd stopped sniffing what seems to be cocaine that she's getting from Nishan, that would help her situation tremendously. Got to get that fucker out of her life. I think something is going to end up happening to him. But Carissa's hiding behind Trisha right now. I don't care about what Trisha says. Trisha, man, that's yesterday's news. And don't worry, she's going to be taken care of, and I've already made it known how that's going to go about. She knows. But Kerissa, why are you hiding what you're saying about me, huh? I want clips of exactly what she has said about me over the past, let's see, 3 months. 3 months specifically. I want to know exactly what she said. Because again, how she's regarded me is going to be exactly how her little girl is regarded going forward. Already, how Kerissa has chosen to regard and treat Vegan Patriot is going to be how her daughter is regarded. Make no mistake about that. How she regarded and treated a woman known as the Blue Fairy, Kerissa, is most likely going to be how her daughter is regarded in the future, unless her mother changes. And really, her mom, Kerissa, all she had to do was stay off the internet and clean up her life, stop abusing substances. But she didn't want to do that. Why? Because she doesn't love her daughter. That's the truth. But now look at where we are, all because Kerissa is insane. Look at this. Look at this chart. Just look at that chart. That's a part of her inner circle. I chose 8 people. And already one has incredibly negatively impacted her life. Look at that. It's been a positive impact for those of us who are not Kerissa. But Kerissa herself, look at that woman at that 3 o'clock position. That's in part how the incredibly educational Italian Guide TV and Michael interview came to be. But every other person in this circle is going to contribute to the complete destruction of the woman in the middle. I promise you that. But I do really want to know exactly what Miss Chabona has had to say about me over the past 3 months. 3 months. I need some clips. You can forward those clips, of course, to Alexandra Mayers 01 on Instagram. You could also email IP2wikiInfo at gmail. That would be helpful. Now, there's some people, they've let me know that she's been saying stuff, but I want to hear it for myself, because that is going to determine a lot of how things go for her over the next month, if not longer. And she shouldn't be ashamed or hide anything that she has to say. if she truly stands by her words, right? Because as many of you know, I don't hide one thing I have to say. Mm-mm. And I want it known that for quite some time, I bought Kerissa Tabona's lies. She really should have been an actress instead of a mother. She probably would have won an Oscar if she had become an actress instead of a mother, but that would have taken work, right? She would have had to work on keeping her weight down, which she definitely has not been successful at doing. She would have had to work on her social skills. I mean, I don't think she could ever imagine doing that. She can't even leave Staten Island. She'd have to work on a lot of things. She'd have to get some sort of cosmetic surgery work upon her, considering that face of hers. You want to know the real reason why she was trying to pass herself off as mixed for a while? Let me tell you. Kerissa Tabona is an extreme racist. She's a racist extremist, in fact. That's why she surrounds herself with the people that you just saw in that graphic that I had on the screen. You know, they all like to refer to blacks and African Americans as the N-word with a hard R also. But you see, when Kerissa Tabona looks at anyone who is black or African American, she thinks UGLY ugly. It's the truth. She views blacks and African Americans as not being attractive. She was conditioned that way. Most likely by her stepfather, who's a bigot known as Gary. But here's the problem. When she looks in the mirror, she sees ugly. She could have worked on herself over the years. She could look better. Makeup ain't going to do it. She really would need to go to a cosmetic surgeon, truthfully. But when she looks in the mirror, she sees ugly, and she doesn't want to, chalk that up to her actual genetics of being what? A solid Caucasian American. So instead, she tried to pass herself off as what she views as ugly, unjustly so. People who are black or of African American descent. The reality is, Kerissa Tabona is not in any way, shape, or form black or African American. She's a liar. She's lied about that, lied about being Muslim, lied about everything in her life. Lied about her parentage, lied about her supposed victimization. Lots of things. Lots of things. But I just want it known exactly what she said about me. And I want to know exactly what she said about me, verbatim, so that I can know exactly how to go about what I do in my world. Oh, look who's in here. Mr. Bastuba. Mr. Bastuba says, "Hi, Alex. Today she said, haha, maybe her and Michael were in this tighter scamming, in this together, scamming money. Are you serious? OMG. Yeah, I heard yours live. I heard what you said. She's obviously lying about that. Yeah, I just want to know exactly what she said. I want to know exactly what she said. So I'm putting out the call for those out there who like to do the little clipping and whatnot, just to send me some clips. You know, when you listen to her, clip her. You know, if she's going to say something, why not leave the live up? Leave it up so that people can know what she has to say. Why not? Because we're going to find out anyways. But no, not in the least do I believe that she is in cahoots or working in tandem with Michael. If he is communicating with her, it's simply out of her intimidation upon him. She intimidates him. She's probably threatened him. Who knows? But no, they're not working together. She's just saying that to try to save face. I mean, she lies at the drop of a hat. The level of lying that she engages in is unbelievable. Oh, she's back to saying that I have AIDS or HIV. Okay, good to know. Good to know. For the record, people, I have never had AIDS or HIV. But imagine having people throwing that false jacket upon you for so many years. It all started with this guy known as Donald Carlos Sion, aka Donnie Long. So now that she's said that, that's wonderful, in my opinion. I'm going to tell you why. That gives me valid reason to link her name and the digital footprint of her child to Donald Carlos Sion for all time. Anyone who decides to learn about him, consequently, is going to learn about her and her family as well. You see how this works? I hope you do see how this works, Kerissa. And the thing about Donald Carlos Sion is that he went to jail for extortion, blackmail, sex trafficking, animal abuse. Look up his rap sheet. He's in prison right now in Osceola County, Florida. That's where he is. Yeah. So Kerissa is essentially the same thing as Donald Carlos Sion, because the only people who continually say that I have HIV or AIDS, though I never have, are people who are supportive of Donald Carlos Sion, aka Donnie Long, or who are aligned with him. Are you a fan of Donnie Long porn, Kerissa Tabona? I bet you are. Does your daughter need to know that you're a fan of a male porn star named Donnie Long? Do I need to start talking about you in porn industry circles, Kerissa, using your street name? What is it, Snaggle BJ? Snaggle BJ? Is that what we need to start referring to you as? I think it is. Oh, I'm a child molester too, according to Kerissa Tabona? Really? Kind of hard to be a child molester when you're never around any children and you don't have any children. Kind of hard. I don't have any sexual attraction to children, but that's where you're going to go? Okay. It'd be a shame if people started saying stuff like that about your daughter when she turned 21, 18, some around those lines, something like that. It could easily happen, because that's how you're treating my parents' daughter. So how you're treating my parents' daughter, how you're treating other people's daughter, is probably how your daughter needs to be treated, Kerissa. What else is she saying about me? I want the clips. This is why I'm putting out the call for this kind of a thing. Because this is the kind of accountability people like Kerissa Tabona really need to face. How much do you love your daughter, Kerissa Tabona? How much do you love her? You love her so much that you're setting the stage for her to become a young woman and have people call her a pedophile, a child molester, say that she has HIV or AIDS. That's how much you love her? Wow. Come on, keep it coming. Tell me what else she's been saying about me, so that I can knock those balls right back across the tennis court right at her daughter. Yeah. I understand a lot of you out there might not agree with the train of thought that I have when it comes to dealing with this bitch. But it's not for you to agree with me. This is how I'm dealing with this bitch. Tell me what else she said. Tell me what else. So that's going to be the end of this live stream, but I would like the clips. And Kerissa, if you believe what you say, you leave your lives up. If you truly believe everything that you say about me, you leave those lives up, so that the world can hear what you claim to truly believe, so that your daughter can be treated in the exact same way that you are treating my parents' daughter. You hear me, bitch? I'm sure you do. Anyway, later tonight, I'm going to continue my coverage of Mr. Bastuba's interview with Michael. We're going into parts 4 and parts 5. You will be able to hear that exclusive. No, I'm sorry, just parts 4 tonight. Part 4 tomorrow will be part 5. And then we're going to wrap the whole thing up with part 6 on Monday. Okay? But you'll be able to hear parts 4 and 5 exclusively on the IRL News Time YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to have those parts. We are duplicating and reposting the interview on a wide array of other sources. Also, from what I was able to see, a woman known as INX is re-uploading the interview in multiple parts without interruption or commentary on her channel here on YouTube. And there's going to be a lot of expanded knowledge bases regarding around Kerissa Tabona, aka public figure Kerissa Di Benedetto, over the next few months. You know, I think she thought she was in the clear because she hasn't been able to find what's been going on. People have just been quiet about it because we know how she works at this stage. But Kerissa, again, listen. It says a lot about you if you truly believe what you're saying about me and you haven't contacted authorities. If you truly believe I'm a child molester, why have you not gone in contact with the FBI the right way about me? The police? I mean, really, how are you going to be an ethical, responsible parent and professional if you are not reporting me? What, you're not a cop caller? Of course you are. If you really believe what you're saying, you need to follow through. But then again, we know that you're a liar, don't we? Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you for listening. Make sure that you tune into IRL News Time later as we review part 4 of the interview between Mr. Rick Bastuba of Italian Guy TV 9619 and Michael. Bye-bye.